Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Wednesday morning trading room. I am still waiting on my charts to load. So hopefully it won't be too much longer here. I don't know what's taking them so long. We had this problem the other day. But yeah, I guess we'll just have to wait for a few minutes here. Hopefully they'll load up. They've been trying to boot for about the last 10 minutes. I think I'll go grab a coffee. I'll be right back. Okay, well, the charts are still locked. I wonder if I dare try to reboot them. Oh, what do we got to lose? Except another trading day. All right, let's see. Let's see what's going to happen. It took a little while yesterday, but they did eventually load. I shot off an email to Ben to see if anybody else has been reporting issues. It does seem to be a Ninja problem though, because charts loaded fine before. Okay, I'll let everything load and then I'll turn the data on. Yeah, Ron says his charts are taking a long time to load as well. Doggone it. I know my computer, you know, I've got so many between the screen sharing software and the charts. I know my computer is laboring. Now I can't even turn my connections on. What the? All right. You can see we got the swirly circle there. Wow. Ron says he's running an i7 with 32 gigs and nothing else running. It's Ninja. Yeah, I believe you. I got an i7 as well, and I got loads of memory. The data is just not streaming. You know, once upon a time, new and improved meant new and improved. Now, it just means we did it because we're afraid of for our jobs. Okay, I think, yeah, I got rid of the blue swirly circle. Okay. Oh, yeah, forgot. Got to wait for the, there we go. Okay, now let's see if I can turn data on. Drum roll, please. Well, I can see 7609, we're opening with a bit of a gap, considering yesterday's huge rally. Ken says we're down to, or we're now at 7631. So it looks like they're bouncing up a bit. Okay, well, we're getting warmer. Charts are actually starting to fill in a bit. Well, this is one way to avoid trading opening range. Well, just waiting. You can watch your kitten video. Wow. What is it? Almost 15 minutes. Well, I guess I'm going to have to boot my charts an hour before the room. Crazy. Yeah, Ron says he boots his 30 minutes before. Gosh, this is crazy. Paul says try switching to the YM or the Russell. I'm not touching anything until it finishes loading because, well, you can't see it, but right here behind the trade manager, it says loading. And the charts are, you see, I got the blue swirly wheel of death. If I click anything, it's just going to bog down the system even more. Yeah, well, Keith, you might have the right idea. Keith says, I boot Sunday afternoon and leave Ninja running until Friday night or Saturday. The reason I shut it down is I have 3 monitors. And so the 3 monitors always, when the charts repopulate, they're never where they're supposed to be. Ray says, oh, here. I don't want to. Okay, I'm going to have to wait to read what Ray says. Okay, looks like the charts are playing catch up. 647. All right, looks like they finally. Wow, that's brutal. Okay, and can I read Ray's comment? No, I cannot. What the? Okay, so Ray writes, when I updated my computer to Windows 10, I had to reset my charts. What I did was to remove what I had loaded in my indicator warehouse, then signed in, loaded back all my indicators and others. At least I knew I had any new updates in my folder. It took some time, but it works like a charm. Now I have 4 screens and I'm monitoring 10 charts. It takes me no more than 2 minutes. My task manager shows 11% CPU and 515 memory, which might fix your problem. It won't hurt. Yes, well, this seems to be a new problem. Everything was working just ducky before. All right, well, it does seem. Oh, Paul says you can try dumping your log and bin files after you close. I will try some of those things. So here we are, yesterday's session. Huge rally out of the open, and then the market kind of settled into a bit of a sideways funk as anticipated. And here we are, pretty much recovered yesterday's rally. And it looks like we're maybe going to take a run back down here to the 7,500 zone. The market definitely in conflict, can't make up its mind. We'll take a look here at the Eagle, see what we missed. Well, it looks like it was just as well. I couldn't trade opening range. What a mess that is. So big sideways range. Looks like they made a little bit of a pop higher, and then the bottom fell out. Now we're making again a little bit of a sideways range and another rally higher. Well, it looks like we haven't lost the volatility that we had yesterday. I don't like it when the market makes those big swings without any warning. Okay. Shoot, I was just going to suggest shorting a number 2 signal. And I think I better leave my chart trader on. Okay, we're going to get an early number 1 signal here to sell. Is that going to work? All right, so the cloud's not fully crossed, but almost fully crossed. They're like 90% of the way there. We produce a sell signal. This is what I call an early number 1 signal. Now that the clouds are fully trying to cross over, the next signal, there you go. You can see the background highlight. The next signal that prints will be the full-on number 1. Oops, and I couldn't get my trade to break even just yet. Let's try that again. Oh, come on. Shoot. Did they tag me early there? Okay, maybe they are firming up the support a bit. We have a monster gap to the upside from yesterday's close. Yeah, Ron says best to stay out. I think you may be right about that. See, now we're getting a number 2 signal to buy. All right, let's try that. I'm going to try that. So this now is the, and let's see if we can get a little bit extra out of this. Let me get everything in order here, and then I'll explain what I'm doing. Okay, so the big question is the market in an uptrend or a downtrend? That's what we're always trying to determine. We're trying to determine trend. Well, if it's in an uptrend, as was evidenced by yesterday's monster rally, then we should be looking for buying opportunities. And even though this number 2 signal, well, I guess it was followed up with the number 1 signal, so it's no longer counter trend. But I was going to say, even though this number 2 signal is technically a counter trend signal, it may be with trend in the bigger scheme of things. All right, so let's see if we can't get the market to breach that last little swing high at around 76.18. That would give me a good excuse to roll my stops. Right now, they're still fighting. Here, I'll bring my stops in below that low. And come on, you can do it. The Bollinger's flip-flopping there a little bit. Okay, here we go with another number 1 signal. Come on, take out one of those swing highs so I can get my stops up here a little bit. Okay, so I can roll my stops below that last swing. And now I'm looking to breach 76.18, that whole zone, so I can get my stops to break even. If you're looking for your swing target, you have hit it. Okay, and I'm going to protect my swing target now, and I'm going to protect this target. Okay. So a bit of an early reaction there to the secondary support zone. Unfortunately for me, they just kissed my profit target, but it worked out not bad anyway, jamming my exit order in. Before we get the big pullback. Okay, we're getting a follow-up number 3 signal, which might be a good excuse to try to buy in again. We'll see what happens here. It looks like we're going to get a second push opportunity. Wow, crazy. All right, there's my follow-up number 3 signal, my second push on the number 3 signal. And once again, oh, I can't get the trade to break even just yet. It's a little bit too slow. Come on. Shoot. I was a little too quick with the stop. They just looked back one more time. Darn it. Probably going to push on higher here. Oh, I would have got tagged regardless. Okay. Makes me feel a little better about it. I was a little bit late here to the party. It would have been nice to buy a little bit closer to the hash mark, but oh well, that's how it goes sometimes. We're still kind of running over the same numbers. A rather broad sideways trading range. Okay, we're getting sell signals. You can see the hawk full on bearish, as is the falcon. The raptor is going to produce a number 1 signal here, or a try to. That falcon trend change signal in hindsight was a beauty, but when it was happening, not so easy to take advantage of. There now is the warning dot for my number 1 signal. I'm going to anticipate the signal is going to print down here somewhere. Again, this is a little bit of an early number 1 signal as the cloud's not fully crossed. Oh, okay, and I actually got the signal a touch early. Okay, Curtis says check out a 5-minute chart from 3 a.m. this morning. I will do that once we are clear of this trade. Come on. You can do it. Whew. Wow, that was tough. All right, so the deal, oh wow, they're really going now. The deal with that one was a combination of things. The hawk was bearish. The falcon already produced a signal. So I was anticipating the raptor signal. The clouds almost fully crossed. We had a little bit of a pullback. This next signal that prints will be the full number one signal because the cloud's not fully crossed. But knowing what to expect allows you actually to get into the market a little bit earlier. All right, let's build a 5-minute chart. 1 second. I guess I'm going to have to change the data on that. Ooh. Yeah, that's. I think I see where you're going with that, Curtis. That's quite the trend, isn't it? Yeah, we came up there, touched the trend line almost perfectly. Let's see if we got a trend channel going on. Oh, we do too. We have got a little bit of a trend channel. So you can anticipate the market probably going to try to trade down here to around the 75 zone. Looks like that's where they're heading. Ooh, look at that move. That's wild. Okay, well, now that we're down here, we're probably going to expect a little bit of a bullish pushback. Here's a fun fact with trend lines and trend channels. You know, people always expect that if the market breaks a trend channel or a trend line for that matter, that means it's extra bearish, right? The market, the bottom is just going to fall out of the market. Well, not always. In fact, very often it tends to make the market more bullish. So if it breaks, it's almost like all of a sudden things are out of sync, and it is not unusual to see the market put in a very strong rally and maybe even change the trend. So if you're plotting trend channels or trend lines, it's something to keep in mind. Now, you know, as all things trading related, nothing is 100%. You can see here we breached, the market did not give up the downtrend. It moved, but it did move back close to the trend line before making another push lower. So yeah, thanks for that, Curtis. I'm glad you mentioned that. That is definitely something to keep an eye out on, because you know they're going to be respecting that channel, at least for a little while. Okay, so what? Now we're back to the hard edge. The hawk is bullish. The falcon is going to make a late filter entry signal. All right, let's take a look. It's going to be, oh, okay, it's falling away. I don't need to worry about it. What I was looking at was this late filter entry signal here on the falcon, but it has since spoiled. The trend line has changed color. It's very difficult to determine trend today. The market has gone up, the market has come down. And now the market's trying to go the other way again, maybe. I have my 3 trades in. I'm profitable. I would stop trading at this point. But of course, here we are in the trading room. Okay, we're going to produce another number 1 signal here to buy. I'll consider it above that last swing high, so it looks like we're going to be buying somewhere around 76.03. Or not. Wowie. You know, there will be times you just can't make heads nor tails out of the market. And that's okay. I wonder if this range deserves a just in case order to short. Throw your order below the lows and short it just in case the bottom falls out. Okay, we do have a trend change signal, a cloud crossover now to the short side. Oh, and that's falling off. Okay, well, there you go. Poor old NASDAQ is in a twist. And now here we come with the number 3 signal. And a second push opportunity on that. All right. Come on, get down. They're struggling on the lows. You see, they're pushing back from the lows. I should have got in this trade a little bit earlier. Next tick lower. There we go. I'll take it to break even. might be a little, whoa, I was going to say, might be a little premature. They may push back one more time from the lows, but fortunately for me, they did not. Hooray for us. Okay, well, if I wasn't done before, I am certainly done now. So we're up about $400, a little over $400 on 3 trades. Oh, sorry, 4 trades. One was a break even. And remember, those are on single contracts. So if you want to earn more than that, well, take 2 contracts. That would be $800. 3 contracts would be $1,200. 5 contracts would be $2,000, and so on it goes. And you could be right. Ray says, I think the market's trying to find a bottom for another long rally. I could see that. If that monster gap from this morning does not fill today, it will probably try to fill over the next week. Here we go again. Everything, well, the Hawk and the Falcon, a little mixed up. Well, actually, everything's a little mixed up with a slight bearish tint to it. So we got a number 3 signal, a second push entry, given the volatility, probably the way you want to go with it. Can't help but think that a pullback is in order. You know, we did see an early rally attempt. Okay, they're holding the bottom. This is going to be a number 2 signal that prints. It did not print as a number 2 signal, I guess because the number 2 signal technically printed right here. But that is what we're looking at. And once again, I'm a little late to the party, but given the volatility here, I'm hoping one more push up will get the job done. Come on, get above that 75.94 and we will be home free. Still kind of thinking about it. So what we're looking at right now is the market it's trying to find some buying support, right? It's trying to make a trend line. We know there's a trend line down here. If they swing at this point, we'll be able to draw a trend line like this. The bulls are looking for an excuse to get long. They just don't know where they want to do it from just yet. Oh, come on, get away from the lows. Oh, well, that's not what I wanted to see. It's going to be a hard edge bounce, I think, a number 3 signal, or it may print as a number 1 signal because the clouds were, yeah, it's going to print as a number 1. Let's put the trend line there to hold the market up. Well, the buyers better get something going on here in a hurry, or the sellers are going to give me a bit of a thumping here. Not looking very promising to the long side right now. I think I'm going to get tagged out. All right, last chance for the bulls. So if my stop wasn't already in this neighborhood, I would certainly bring it up. Come on. Take out that 94. There we go. Well, that worked out very nicely, obviously. But I think what it really shows, it shows two things. First off, how important trend is to the trade. Secondly, how important it is to leave a proper stop on a trade. You can see how anything tighter than what I had would have gotten me stopped out. But But because I kept a proper stop, because I kept my stop 2 swings back, it actually enabled me to hold on long enough to find the profit target, which admittedly is easier said than done. But as Kenny Rogers said, if you're going to play the game, boy, you better learn to play it right. Well, we've had a very profitable half hour, given that started the day late, waiting on the charts. I do have to close the room at the bottom of the hour again. My apologies. The next couple of weeks are just, I got too much other stuff going on. We're going away for a few days, not this week, but toward the end of next week, and I got a lot of stuff I got to get ready. I don't know, we may just see a little bit more. Oh, good. Ray says that's perfect timing because my vacation starts next week also. Ours is a little bit of a staycation. Our daughter and her friends just took off to Las Vegas this morning for a week. So I've got the bail money set aside. We're heading up to Quadra Island for a little bit with some friends. Should be fun. Nice little golf course on Quadra Island. Good place to go if you just want to kick back and relax, because there's not much to do on Quadra Island except enjoy the scenery. Watch the boats go by, look out on the mountains. All right, looks like the bulls are going to make one more push. We got the first micro macro cross on the hawk. We've got a big second push on a number 3 signal here. Let's see if they can get it up to where's the next resistance line? Oh, way up there, 76.27. No, I don't think I'm going to make it work that hard. Come on, hit tag 7604 one more time. One more time. Is this going to prove the rule why you don't go back to the market too many times? Come on, 7604, you can do it. There we go. They kissed it, get the stops to break even, and hooray! What is that, 5 for 5? Not counting the break even? All right, well, that is a fine way to end the trading room this morning. Let's see, how did we do here on the day? Oh, yes. Well, that's not bad. Up over a little more than $600 this morning. Now that we've had a couple of very high volatility days, we might expect the market to kind of go bleh for the rest of the week. It used to be when you had a big rally day, you could probably expect the next couple of days to be rally days, but those kinds of days are kind of fallen by the wayside. So if you're going to hang out here the rest of the day, I think a little bit of a pullback is in order. I would not count the buyers out. I doubt very much they will fill the overnight gap. I think a move back to, where was my resistance line? So first one is 76.27. That would be substantial. I think a move to 76.80 would be huge. If they got all the way to primary support, that would be huge for the buyers. I think you're going to see a little bit of pushback when and if they can make 76.27. All right, gang. Be careful out there. I will talk to you tomorrow. We'll see you then. Bye for now.